Now today I have a sweet treat for you. It's a matcha macadamia white chocolate truffle. Now that's one of my favorite treats, candies that I love to make, and today is my birthday for one. And two, Mother's Day is right around the corner, and I thought I would share this because this would be a wonderful edible present while I get a chance to enjoy this recipe. So let's get started with the ingredients. So folks, here I have some white chocolate chips. In this bowl, I have some heavy whipping cream or double cream, and I have some butter on the side. Now, depending on whether you have salted or unsalted butter, you may want to skip the salt. I have some matcha powder here, some raw cacao or cocoa powder to roll the truffles in. I have some macadamia nuts. Now, these were toasted macadamia nuts that I have just blitzed in a food processor, and some salt to taste. So folks, the first thing you will need to do is melt your butter and your cream. Now, this is to aid in the process of melting the white chocolate. Now, there are two ways to do it. You can use the microwave like I am, or you can heat it up in a saucepan. Now, if you do use the microwave, you will have to make sure that you are heating the cream and the butter just enough so that the butter melts and the cream is just warm enough to aid with the melting process. If you do overheat it, then you will have to wait until it cools down, because when the butter starts separating from the cream, it turns into a total disaster, and it's no fun to then mix and do the whole thing again and again. So now I'm going to zap it in the microwave, and I will keep checking on it every 15 seconds just to make sure that the butter has just melted right. And then when I come back, I will show you what to do with it. So folks, now I am going to add the melted butter and the warm heavy whipping cream, and just mix it all together and wait until the white chocolate melts. It might take a little longer, but in my case, it seems like the chocolate isn't melting, and that's probably also because it's really cold in my studio here. So what I'm gonna do is, if that happens to you, that your chocolate doesn't melt, you can zap this whole thing in the microwave, go for every 10-second increments, keep an eye on it, and then when it melts, come back, and then I'll show you how to roll them. This took about 30 seconds in the microwave, and it turned into a beautiful paste. Now to this, I am going to sift in some of the matcha powder. Now I am sifting it in because matcha powder can be a little clumpy, and you don't want those clumps in because it makes the mixing process harder, and you don't want those clumps in your mouth. They won't taste that good. So here, and you will have to work really fast, because just as easily chocolate melts, it solidifies just as fast. So there you go. Mix it all together. Put this on a cracker and just eat my way through this mixture here. To this, I will add the chopped macadamia nuts. And macadamia nuts are optional. You can use, if you don't like macadamia nuts, you can use almonds, you can use pecans, you can use hazelnuts. Now look at that. Oh, so good. All right, this is exactly what it should look like. Now I'm going to leave it for it to completely cool down and turn into a firmer dough so that I can roll the truffles out. And that should take me about 3 to 4 hours. You can refrigerate it if you want overnight, and that should work just as fine. I just leave it on the counter for about 3 to 4 hours, and then when I come back, depending on the temperature, my condo is pretty cold, so it works just as fine. And then when I come back, I'll show you how to roll them. So here's the secret. I made a small batch yesterday just to show you guys what it would look like, because I wanted to leave this in the fridge overnight, and it's turned into a perfect dough. Now all I am going to do is roll them in a tiny ball like this, and then roll it in the cacao powder, dust it, and there you go. How beautiful are they? And trust me, the wow factor this brings to anybody you give them to, oh my gosh, they'll be so impressed. And look at that, we didn't even do much work. Here again. And that's about it. Now, I am going to roll these and do the same process, repeat the process until I run out of the mixture. And I will not let you go through this painful process with me. And once I'm done, I'll come back and do the tasting. So look at these. Oh my gosh, aren't they perfection? Now let's do the tasting. It's gooey because of the butter and the white chocolate and the cream. It's slightly crunchy because of the macadamia nuts. I probably have cacao powder in my teeth. And the cacao powder gives it the perfect bitterness. And the matcha, if you love matcha, matcha is the best thing ever. So give this recipe a try. Let me know what you think. Happy Mother's Day. Hope you can share it with someone you love. I am going to go hide them somewhere because if I leave them here, I will plow through these in seconds. And I will leave a link to the written version of the recipe in the description box. And I will see you next week.